have a number of stock stories that you absolutely must know about in today's Street Talk. So let's get straight to it. First up, we have consumer-friendly eBay.
Added to the best ideas list at Wedbush, shares reiterated only an outperform, but the target, $64. And if you're on the radio, that's 23% higher than the current price. eBay, man, he's really been kind of a dog all year. It's lagging the market. But yesterday did mark the company's founding back in 1995, Sonny.
Okay, shedding a little light as well. Let's take a look at what's going on. We have E-Trade as well, trading at levels not seen since August 2011.
Stock is soaring. It's up 8.4%. They announced their subsidiary, E-Trade Bank, received regulatory approval to pay a dividend to its parent company. Capital distribution is about $100 million. Take place sometime this month. Evercore out with a note saying timing slightly earlier than expected. Thinks more distributions will come. Price target, though, keep note, is actually below where E-Trade is trading right now.
And this is our under-the-radar pick of the day. It is Pharmacyclics, a biopharma.
Yes, PCYC is the ticker, upgraded to buy at Lazard, but here's why we threw it in here. $141 price target. The stock is currently at $118. It's about a 19 to 20% upside. Recently, they got FDA priority review for their blood cancer treatment, ibrutinib. Pharmacyclics, folks, is $118 now. 3 years ago, it was $7. $7. It's now $118 if you have a 5-year chart. There's some people that became very, very rich on Pharmacyclics. Congrats.
Okay, well, the mighty small caps are beating both the S&P 500 and the Dow so far this year. In fact, the small cap Russell 2000 index is up more than 20% year to date. So let's bring in our small cap index guy. He's Craig Hodges, manager of the 5-star rated Hodges Small Cap Fund. Craig, your fund is beating the S&P year to date, and you have 3 stock picks for us right now: U.S. Airways, Encore Wire, and Hercules Offshore. Let's start with U.S. Air.
We've been in the stock a couple years now, got more than the double. And it was a shock to us that the Justice Department is trying to prevent the merger with AMR. I don't know whether it'll go through. I think it's a 50-50 chance to go through. They might take some concessions off. I think there's 2 airports where the market share would probably go up 10-12%, which I don't think is a huge deal. I think they could probably negotiate that down. But let's say it does not go through. U.S. Air will be a much smaller airline, but a very profitable airline. Well in excess of $3 in earnings, stock around 16. I still think it's a buy down here.
I love you, Craig. You know that. I'm a little concerned about Encore Wire. Sales been flat for a couple years, but the valuation has continued to go up here. What makes Encore Wire fit for you?
This is a really interesting company in McKinney, Texas, just north of Dallas. But they're the low-cost producer in the building wire space. But what's happened? I mean, that's been a horrible business to be in. Of course, construction and that area has been extremely weak. But in the face of that, they've done a tremendous job of keeping costs down and actually having profits go up. So when demand comes back into the building space, but people buying copper wire, this company's really going to make a lot of money. In 06 and 07, I think earnings were in the $4.50 range. So you see the earnings potential over the next couple of years, and the stock could really, and there's been tremendous consolidation. In the Hodges funds, we look for industries that have high barriers of entry, that have really shrunk as far as the capacity, and there's just a few players left. And Encore Wire is one of the few players left in this business. Low-cost producer, unbelievable operators. And so I think it's a stock that's got a lot of potential over the next 18 months.
We will check it out. There's also Hercules Offshore, sir.
Yeah, operates in the Gulf, jackup driller. Of course, after the Horizon, the Gulf was a tough place to be. It's coming back. Before the Horizon accident, Hercules earned in excess of $3 a share. I don't know if earnings will get back there. We're looking for around 80 cents next year, but around 7.5. We think it's got tremendous upside, and you're going to see the drilling business in the Gulf, I think do a lot better. You'll see those day rates continuing to rise, and I think there's a lot of money to be made in Hercules as well.
Got it. Up 20% year to date, but a very choppy chart over the past 12 months. Craig, thank you very much for joining us, as always.
My pleasure.
Are you on Facebook? If so, then you have to stick around, because up next there is a brewing firestorm over one of the site's privacy settings.